Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask, Heidi. Today is Monday. It is the 25th day of April. Holy cow. National DNA Day. So I believe this is the day they invented DNA.
Okay.
I mean,
they
discovered
invented it.
Discovered it. That's what I meant. Yeah. Hey, how you guys doing? Fun fact. No, that's not what I'm doing. Hey, it's National East meets West Day today. It's also John Needs a Nap Day.
It clearly is.
National Hug a Plumber Day today. And I would make sure you let him know you're going to do it first, because otherwise that's going to be awkward. National Telephone Day and National Zucchini Bread Day. Have we ever had zucchini bread?
Yes.
You
I
make
like
that?
zucchini bread.
Do we like it? I have to. Now we'll have to have some of that today. Also, in addition to all of that, we've got a guest on this Movie Star Monday. We have Anthony Montgomery joining us. You might know him from Star Trek Enterprise, also Star Trek Enterprise 2001, and he was even in a fun horror spoof, Leprechaun in the Hood, back in 2000. He's got
I haven't seen that.
another
but I'd
movie
like
out
to.
now. It's called Without Ward. Going to chat with him coming up in a bit.
What can I say that I haven't already said about BetterCreditCards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At BetterCreditCards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. 7 in 10 pet parents claim they can read their furry companions' minds. Do you think you can read our dog's mind, Heidi?
Yes.
Do you really think you can?
I do.
According to a survey of 2,000 dog owners, 74% say they're confident they understand what their pet wants at any given time. 71% feel their dog understands them, too. 35% of dog owners describe their dogs as loving. 33% say their pooch is playful. And 32% feel their dog is intelligent. So what do you think, Heidi? Is our dog loving and playful
of the
and intelligent?
above. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's very intelligent.
Yeah, well, it's not what she said about you, so... I know what she's thinking too, you know. No, our dog is pretty adorable. And we've been watching our daughter's dog a lot lately too.
She's also adorable.
Also very adorable. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know cheese was created over 4,000 years ago? Accidentally?
I did not.
Yeah, and there's more cheese news for you here. It takes 10 pounds of milk to make 1 pound of cheese.
Okay.
Of the 2,000 varieties of cheese available worldwide, what do you think is the favorite in the world? The most popular in the world? No, it's mozzarella. Think about how many pizzas go out the door with that on top of it.
Well, then Monty Python misled me.
Oh, yeah, they sure did. Also, if a cheese is named after a city, it's capitalized. Examples are Asiago, Brie, Cambriart, Gouda, and Parmesan.
Okay.
So it's capitalized. And mice don't particularly like cheese. They prefer sweets and carbs. But in the cartoons, they always showed them, putting cheese on the mousetrap. So, you know what works really good on that?
Peanut butter.
Yeah. It's problem is I like peanut butter, and then I get my tongue snapped in the thing.
Every time I wake up in the middle of the night, and there's John.
Can you help me with this? Not really. All right, there we go. Now we know a lot of stuff.
Everybody knows that. I love how you clarify.
I always want to make sure. Some of you are like, well, okay, sure, he's a weird dude. He's a weird fella, that guy on the radio. All right, there you go. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen. Brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Would you leave me alone over there? She's making fun of me already. Kristen Stewart says she never thought Twilight sequel would even get made. She shot to stardom as Bella Swan in the movie franchise, but said recently in an interview she expected the first film to not take off like it did. She said, I just didn't know it was going to take off. It's kind of an oddball, slightly marginal teen movie. I didn't think everybody was going to get that. Now, she says, despite the success of the Twilight film, she still loves appearing in smaller projects, too. And a famous piece of movie history is going up for sale. I think it actually is, that's going right now. The Axe from the 1980 masterpiece from Stanley Kubrick, The Shining.
Oh,
The
no
axe,
way.
Yeah, that Jack Nicklaus uses to chop a hole through a door, and then he pops in and says, "Here's Johnny."
Yeah.
He made that line up, by the way. Did you know that? Huh. Yeah, this the guy that owns the axe is actually going to be selling it. It's available. It's one of the many things that are going through an auction. And if you're interested,
That thing's going to go for
they think it's going to go
fortune.
over 100,000. So
Yep,
I have no
I think
idea.
it will,
I
too.
probably won't be bidding myself because I don't have any money. But there you go. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. If we were going to play the game of Monopoly, it would take all day. But we don't have all day, so we're not going to play the game of Monopoly, but I'm going to tell you some Monopoly rules that we all think are rules that are not really rules.
Okay.
Yeah, these are made-up rules. They're not in the rule book. We think they are, but they're not.
Okay.
Like taking a lap. In the official rules, it says you can start buying property right away. You don't have to go around the board once before you can buy property. I always thought you had to, but you don't have to.
I never thought that one.
Next, free parking. It says, you know how all the tax paid go in the middle and the person who lands on free parking gets to scoop it up? Yeah, that's not a rule. Free parking square is just that, free parking.
Oh.
Yeah. Next, you can't earn money while you're in jail. Incorrect. In the official rules, you simply can't go around the board to buy things, but you still collect money if somebody lands on your property. So another one in here, landing on go. Some players add an extra incentive for certain squares. For example, you don't get an extra reward for landing on go. Another one,
But
surrendering.
you do. You get $250.
That's pass go. Do not collect $250. I don't know. I don't know. Surrendering to the bank. It says when a player runs out of dough, they're done. They shouldn't give everything back to the bank. The rules state that the loser gives everything to the person they owe money to. That way, the properties don't come up for grabs again.
Okay.
And then finally, auctioning property. Oh, by the way, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about Monopoly rules that are not really rules. And I have all of these in the show notes. So I'm rattling through them pretty quick, trying to get through in time here. But auctioning property. It says this one is a rule that many are not aware of, but it is real. When a property is landed on and nobody wants to buy it, it goes to auction. So if the person who lands on it doesn't want to buy it, it goes to auction. That means somebody can buy it for less than it's worth.
What?
Yeah. So apparently that's in the... So if they're going, okay, I'm not going to buy it, it can go to auction and you could buy it for less. So I'm going to have to find the official rules before we play Monopoly next time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
some
interesting.
Some of these sound made up. Just
I think
by
some
me
of those
a moment
sound
ago,
made
but
up,
they're not.
too.
All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Our guest today is Anthony Montgomery. He's been in a bunch of movie and television projects. His latest film is out right now, Without Ward. Anthony, tell us a little about it.
Yes, Without Ward is available tomorrow, I believe. Apple TV, iTunes, Google Play, Vudu, Amazon. Written and directed by a wonderful guy named Corey Cataldo. And the film it's a futuristic project that in its essence, I mean, I can't give away too much, but essentially it's a film about connectivity, about how we need each other as human beings for life, to sustain us. And it's a sci-fi romp that takes you on a quirky journey, and I don't want to give away too much. I just watched it last night for the first time, and I did not realize how timely the film is,
Nice.
given that we filmed it 10 years ago.
Really? So this was filmed a decade ago?
Welcome to Hollywood.
Wow.
Sometimes it takes time for projects to see the light of day, even though you give blood, sweat, and tears to them. It's taken Corey a long time, but he finally did it, and he was able to put together a wonderful cast of characters: Michael Gladys, Alexis DeZinia, James Duvall, Harold Perrineau, Martin Landau. It's got a who's who in it, and talented people. It's an interesting look, especially with us coming out of the pandemic and people still working on re-engaging with society. I'm in California. They've started lifting the mandates in different places, and everybody is still reintegrating themselves into what it means to function in society again. And this film, it takes an interesting look at what that could look like. And it's surprising to me because Corey wrote this 10 years ago. We filmed this thing 10 years ago, and I didn't even realize it. But he had a lot of forethought.
And you mentioned this movie is a little bit of a sci-fi movie, and that is not a new space for you at all. You're a member of the Star Trek family.
The two biggest things in my career, I've been very fortunate, very blessed to have a career for 25 years in Hollywood, and I'm a part of the Star Trek family and the General Hospital universe. I was nominated. I'm Emmy-nominated Anthony Montgomery for the rest of my career. I got nominated for an Emmy for my work as Dr. Andre Maddox on General Hospital. Currently, people can see me as Brother Elijah on The Family Business, which is based on a New York Times best-selling novel series of the same name by writer Carl Weber.
Yeah.
And The Family Business airs on BET+. So I've been doing my best to keep myself moving and keep myself working out here. Working on my memoir. During the pandemic, I had to figure out what I could do to keep my life moving that was outside of just being an actor. I needed to expand myself creatively and to do something that I felt was going to help the world. And so I started my memoir years ago, and I finished it during the pandemic. Now it's in the editing phase, so I can't tell anybody where they can get it or anything. But as soon as that process starts, I'm sure I'll be back in touch, and we'll let everybody know.
I love that. Now, to be a part of the Star Trek family or the General Hospital family, either one would be amazing, but you're a part of both.
It's kind of crazy, right? The kid from Indiana who came out and made good on a promise to myself and my family. I said, I'm going to be a working actor in Hollywood. I have no idea how it's going to go or how that process is going to be accomplished, but I believed in myself and graduated from Ball State University with a degree in performance theater and drama, and I'm out here doing it.
That is awesome. And the new film, Without Ward, is out right now. Where can folks find it?
Apple TV, iTunes, Google Play, Vudu, Amazon. I think people will enjoy it.
Well, it sounds absolutely fascinating. Thanks for your time today, Anthony.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You have a great day.
Absolutely. Again, our guest today has been Anthony Montgomery. I'm going to throw a link to help you find the new movie that he's got out right now. It just came out. It's called Without Ward, and I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Giraffes were originally known as camel leopards.
Really?
Yeah, like a camel with spots, camel leopard. But now we just call them giraffes. Okay. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Kentucky Fried Chicken's Colonel Sanders was born in Indiana, not Kentucky.
Okay.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
According to a 2015 study, less than half of the world's cultures kiss romantically. Yeah, less than half.
Really?
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Scooby-Doo character Shaggy, his real name is Norval Rogers.
I knew that.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The former home of the Philadelphia Eagles Veterans Stadium featured a courtroom for handling rowdy fans right on premises.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's pretty cool. And I think we got room for two more. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Scientists have found evidence of takeout restaurants in the remains of Pompeii. So they had restaurants back then. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The first pair of Nike running shoes was made with a waffle iron. There you go.
Okay.
Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for the question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Here's the question. When a study looked at the things that most often caused arguments in a car, this came in at number 1.
Radio station.
No. They would just listen to us and there'd be no argument at all.
Temperature.
No, you're off again.
Oh.
No, it is using a phone while driving. Yeah.
That causes a problem in our car all the time.
Because there are times I'm like, I grab my phone, I'm like, here, I'm going to call. And she's like, let me, don't do that. I can dial. I'm like, I can dial the number. She's like, no, you can't.
No.
So it turns into quite the argument. And then I hand the phone to her and then she's like, how do I do this again? Because our phones are completely different. So I'm like, it would have been easier for me to just push the 3 buttons and be done with it.
you can't watch the road and drive at the same time. It's illegal also.
All right,
so.
I got it. So that's
Go
why
ahead and
we
argue
don't
with me
ever
on-
do that.
Go
I
ahead and
hand
argue
it
with
off
me.
to
Let
her.
law enforcement hear.
That's why I always hand it off to her. There you
Yeah,
go.
that's
So
why you
question
always do.
of the day, brought to you by radiotravelgroup.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Metro Police working to identify a man who broke into a vehicle and burglarized a home while wearing a blue dinosaur onesie. This happened in January, by the way. Police say the man broke into a vehicle and burglarized a home. He was wearing what appeared to be a blue and yellow dinosaur onesie. A woman was walking her dogs, and she noticed the garage door and other doors of the original home popped open. She called police. This was quite early in the morning. Residents of the home were out of town. They were later made aware of the break-in. The suspect, described as a young man who was about 6 feet tall. Anybody who recognizes him from the surveillance photos can call Crime Stoppers. The numbers in the story. This was sent to me earlier in the year, and it kind of got lost in my stuff. So like I said, I believe it's from January. It's from a long time ago in Nashville. And this was sent to me, and I thought, that is funny.
Well,
and
at least you had a sense of humor.
Yeah, it's got to be my weird news. And it is brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. These are things everyone does, but nobody will admit to it. Like watching cartoons after a scary movie so you don't have nightmares. Okay, I don't do that.
I don't do that.
Panicking while you try to get your change in your wallet without holding up the next person in line. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, I kind of.
I don't put change, but like dollars in
Yep.
there. I think that's probably what they're talking about. Eating the wrapper paper stuck to frozen meat because you can't get it off. I've done that before. I didn't mean to. I'm like, then picking it up, I'm like, these tacos have paper in them. Look at that. Next, trying to act natural when leaving a store without buying anything. Oh, I've done that.
Yes, that makes me
Go in and use the
nervous.
restroom, and then you're like, okay, I don't really need anything.
Or you're
so-
worried that they're going to think you stole something. If,
Yeah. What I do is I just go in one of the aisles and make a bunch of noise and cause a bunch of ruckus, and then I leave. Then they really think, that guy, what did he do? What was he doing back there? Fake laughing when you have no idea what the other person just said. Oh, we've all done that. Heidi does it to me all
I
the
do
time.
it every day.
There's some additional things here. If you want to read the entire list, you can find it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Another anonymous quote. I just love these. Again, something that's so good they write it down, but they didn't write down who said it. So your quote today from Anonymous. Why, yes, I can carry on a conversation made up entirely of movie quotes.
Yes, I can as well.
You know who's really good at that?
Our son.
Yeah, our son is really good. And then he'll say a quote from a movie, and then I'll laugh, and he's like, you know what that's from? I'm like, oh, is that from
no.
something? He's like, oh, it's from a movie. I'm like, it was? And then he'd tell me some obscure movie that nobody other than him
Nobody in the world would have
5
ever
other guys
heard
who
of.
have beta tape machines know about. Yeah. How did you not know that? I'm like, how would I have possibly known that? So, yeah, that's a good one. I know a dude who learned English listening to radio and music.
That's
so
pretty great.
Everything he would say were like, so when he met me and my name is Johnny, he's like, oh, like Johnny Be Good. And I'm like, yeah, just like Johnny Be Good. It was fun to talk to him. It was really, really neat.
Cute.
All right. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Take a listen to this headline. An amazing act of bravery. Deputy uses his own vehicle to stop a wrong-way driver, and he saved the lives of many. A sheriff deputy in Colorado bravely put himself in harm's way for the safety of other drivers. You should see this vehicle. It is destroyed.
Wow.
Adams County Sheriff's Office shared photos of the damage caused by a driver going the wrong way on the interstate. Just after 11 p.m., we received a request from Colorado State Patrol for emergency assistance for a wrong-way driver on I-70. The driver was headed westbound in the eastbound lanes at speeds that could potentially cause a collision. A brave deputy put himself and his vehicle in harm's way.
Wow.
Stopped the vehicle, intercepted the incoming vehicle, and allowed himself to be struck so other vehicles would not be hit. The impact pushed both of the vehicles over 140 feet into the front of a stopped semi-vehicle. Thankfully, neither the deputy nor the driver or anybody suffered major injuries. They say there's no doubt without this deputy's quick action and bravery, several vehicles would most likely have been struck at high speeds, and lives would have most likely been lost.
Yes, he's a hero.
Amazing. The deputy, no doubt, put his life on the line to protect others. What an amazing act of bravery. He says, oh my goodness, this is what I'm talking about. We hear so much about officers and what they do wrong, but this right here, this needs to be shared. The bravery and the good that was handled and the selfless thoughts to save others. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Prayers for him and fellow officers. Somebody wrote on Facebook.
That's right.
I love that. I've got a copy or a link rather to that story if you want to see it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.